Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Friday morning safety meeting. We got a few things to cover today, so let's get started. For inspections, we had 3 that were clean and 1 that was not. Unfortunately, for the one that was not clean, it was a speeding ticket, and it was a pretty hefty speed. So, as you all know, that's something that we cannot tolerate. We have to make sure we keep it under the speed limit out there because 10 points for a violation adds up. So unfortunately, for the 10 points that we got for speeding, we only got 9 points to the good for clean inspections, which I would like to commend those that got a clean inspection. OB Jambier, Ann Young, and Jesus Santander. Great work. Unfortunately, this week, though, we're not going to come out to the good, but this will help pad our score a little bit. So thank you, you 3. We expect these clean inspections, so the speeding has got to stop. That's something you're going to get nailed for every single time. And, going 15 over the speed limit is absolutely not going to be tolerated. And, that could be turned into reckless driving. So we're going to move on from that. Once again, to the 3 that got the clean inspections, thank you. We commend you. Keep up the great work. I've sent that into payroll to have you paid. We are also going to be getting a violation that hasn't hit our CSA score yet. One for not approving our logs, not transferring logs, not adequately trained on how to transfer logs. For the last month, there were 3 or 4 weeks where I went through every week and showed how to transfer your logs. I showed where the transfer log guide or the transfer guide is in your permit book, and we still got a violation. That does not make me very happy. I mean, we've done everything we can except for do it for you in this situation. And when I saw that violation yesterday, I wanted to scream. So I will reiterate this again. We must approve our logs daily. And now with the way Omnitrax is set up, as you all know, we can't fix drive. If you move a parking spot over, we cannot fix that. It will ruin your brake. We cannot switch to paper logs either. If that happens, you have to restart your brakes. So don't move your truck if you don't have to. And if you are moving parking spots, use personal conveyance, please. And I don't mean use it to, drive miles down the road. But if you're moving from here to here, use PC to do that so it does not kick you into drive and trip your clock. That will save you from having to take a 20-hour break instead of a 10-hour break. I know it's aggravating. Trust me, it's aggravating on my end too. But you also have to approve your logs before I can make an edit. So if, somebody leaves themselves on duty all night, there's nothing I can do to their logs until they there's nothing I can do to edit their logs until they approve them. Once they're approved, then I can go in and make the edit. I send you the log, and you will actually have to approve the edit that I just made. So you're going to be approving your logs twice, which that's A-okay, because as long as we're approving them daily, we're going to be fine. Some people are, have the common misconception of, I can approve my logs once a week or once every few days. No, it must be done daily. So at the end of each day, go through, make sure your logs are accurate, approve them. If they're not accurate, you can approve them and we can edit them, or I can kick them back to you and you can edit them, however you want to do that. But we have to be approving these logs at the end of each day. And with the transferring logs, I set the permit books up. Every book should be set up the exact same way. And the reason I do that, which I've covered this before, the reason I do that is not to confuse everybody or anything like that. It's so if you get stopped and you call me, hey, where's my log transfer guide, second to last page, right behind or right in front of your DOT inspection, I'll know exactly where it is. Now, I've had people bring books into me that have been rearranged, which if you know where everything's at, I'm okay with that. But 9 times out of 10, that is not the case. So in that situation, we need to familiarize ourselves, which I feel like a broken record up here saying this. We need to familiarize ourselves with where everything is in that permit book. There is a method to our madness, I can assure you. And if we know where everything's at when we get stopped, we're not going to be, fumbling around, acting like a lost puppy, not knowing where anything is, because that's what the officer thinks. If they stop you and you don't know where anything is, their eyes light up because they know they're about to write you some tickets. So if you have a question on how to transfer logs or where your ELD transfer sheet is or what it looks like, please call me. I will be happy to go over that to prevent these from occurring again. Unreported trailer damage. We've, for the last, since the beginning of time, have had issues with unreported trailer damage. I've been, getting with the shop, seeing if we can't get these things repaired. One, so they look better out on the road, and two, so I can go after the person who didn't report it. I get it. It's upsetting, if you get that phone call, hey, you're being charged, $800 for damage to the trailer. Well, I didn't cause it. I'm sure you didn't, but you also didn't report it. You left it for the next individual behind you. I know that's going to aggravate some people, but we have to live by the motto, the buck stops here. It's the same people that report trailer damage to me, the exact same people every time. I can almost list them off right now at the top of my head. There's 10 of them that do it. So we need to start getting in that habit. And as I've said before, you don't have to call me with the trailer damage. That's not going to help. It's just going to, I know I'm hard to get a hold of sometimes because I'm usually all over the place. Send me an email with the trailer number, the location that you picked it up at. So I've got trailer 11100. Take a picture of the metal railing with scratches on it. Send it to me, Ryan K at elhtc.com. All you have to say, pick trailer 11100 up at Fort Worth Drive in Fort Worth, Texas, with the pictures. That's it. You've done your part. Now, if it's fresh damage or, if it looks like it's something that was caused at that customer, I will highly encourage you to fill out a trailer damage report at the customer. And honestly, you should be doing that anyways on all damage, but that's how we're able to go after a customer. I had Carl Bowman actually sent in trailer damage the other day. I believe he was at Walmart. I'm sure he'll pop in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong. But Carl, I think you were at Walmart when you sent that in. He sent in the damage and he sent in a damage report. His was a little more blatantly obvious because there were forks. You could tell there was a fork that went through the side of the trailer. But thanks to Carl, we're able to go after that shipper and hopefully get some money back. And in that situation, if we get money back, Carl's getting $200 for reporting it. And the first thing when I reported this to insurance, it took her 5 minutes to respond. The very first thing she asked was, "Do you have a trailer damage report?" Yes, we do, because Carl did what he was supposed to, did his due diligence, sent that in, and she responded back with, "Thank you, this is going to help a ton." I don't know what would happen if we don't have a trailer. Well, I do. They wouldn't be able to do anything because it'd be hearsay. But now we have proof that Carl reported that damage at Walmart, and we might be able to get some of that money back. So thank you, Carl. And hopefully we win this one. We'll just see. Hot weather this weekend here in the Midwest. I'm sure everywhere it's supposed to be hot, but specifically in this area, we're having, I want to say, the hottest day on record for June 18th. It's supposed to be 103 degrees. That's not with the heat index. The heat index is probably going to be like 110. It's going to be hot enough to where you can bake cookies on the front of your truck or cook an omelet. So make sure that your tires are in good working condition because the roads are going to be hot. Everybody knows what happens when the roads turn into a lava rink. So we need to make sure that we're doing a thorough pre-trip. Everything on our truck is in good working order, because if a tire blows, usually it's not major, but there are things that could happen to where you could get injured, we could injure somebody else. So make sure that you keep your distance this weekend, from cars, from other trucks, because if something happens, you want to be able to leave yourself an out. It is going to be extremely hot. So make sure you've got water on the truck. Make sure, the fluids in the truck are good to go, and make sure your air conditioner is working, because it is going to be brutal. I know down south, like in the coast, like Alabama, Florida, they're expecting tropical storms, I think, this weekend. So be on the lookout for that as well. And we're not getting any of that up here, obviously. We're just getting the heat wave. There is a new Love's in Albany, Georgia, off of 91, I believe, with 100 new parking spots. So if you do get down in that area, there's going to be a place for you to take your break, take your tin, whatever you need to do, showers, facilities, get a bite to eat. There's going to be a new truck stop opening up in Albany. I don't know how often we get down in that direction, but if for some reason you do, there's going to be 100 new parking spots. I wish they'd open up more truck stops around Atlanta. Albany's pretty far south, but beggars can't be choosers, am I right? This weekend, June 22nd through the 24th on to next week, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, and North Carolina. We covered this a few weeks ago, but they're going to be doing what they call the Safe Drive Enforcement Initiative. All it is, it's another DOT blitz. So these are states that we travel pretty heavily. So if you're going to be in those areas, plan on being stopped. And right along with this, we're going to go back to permit books. Make sure you've got your permit books. Make sure you know where everything's at. Make sure you've got paper logs. Make sure you're approving your logs. And please make sure you know how to send those logs to the DOT officer. If you do not, please call me. They say they're going to be looking for visible defects, just like Operation Safe Driver Week that's going to happen July 11th through 7th. They're looking for impaired motorists. They're looking for speeders, seatbelts, cell phone, anything they can do to get dangerous drivers off the road. That's what they're going to be looking for. So we need to be prepared as professionals. I have 100% confidence that we are going to come out of this smelling like roses because we are professionals and we do a good job. So please make sure you've got everything ready. If you think there's something that's is to question, call me. We'll go over it. We'll get you taken care of because the last thing I want to do is help anybody get a ticket out there. That's not on my agenda. I want everybody to get clean inspections. Because Operation Safe Driver Week, those clean inspections pay $70. So just another incentive to get a clean inspection, and you're not going to be on the side of the road out of service. That's really all I've got for this week. I hope everybody has a safe weekend. I hope everybody can stay cool out there. I will be here. I'm working a half day today. So if there's something you need, get me on the horn right away or send me an email. I'll be traveling for 3 hours this afternoon in the middle of Missouri, so I probably won't have very good phone signal. But if there's anything that you need, please let me know. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you.